Pandora, a planet that once knew only peace and prosperity under the fair and noble direction of the Atlas Corporation. But there were those that sought to disrupt our perfect existence. Thieves and murderers, perverts and scoundrels. The lawless garbage unleashed an unspeakable evil upon Pandora, not known since the age of the gods. But together we shall not despair. Atlas has not forgotten you. We are returning and will restore order and security to your planet. When we arrive...
Bullshit. I have choked on the disingenuous lies forged by their corporate greed my entire life, and it is a meal I will no longer stomach. Atlas is here for two things, power and revenge, and the order they do it in is irrelevant. We share a common enemy, you and I. The reward for your death is second only to mine. That alone should be reason for you to join my cause. But if it is not, and your greed precedes you, then you will gain access to all of their weapons. Their invasion stockpile will be yours. Athena out.
How is that greed? It's making use of vital
We must
resources.
speak immediately, but I'm afraid for my own security, and therefore you must jump through a hoop or two. Talk to the mechanic. He knows where to find me. And a word of caution, don't touch him if you ever want to eat with your hands again.
You know what she means by that? It's because he's grody. He's covered in grease and motor oil and whatnot.
Even the best gunman gets hit from time to time, so make sure your shield is up to par.
Ah. Resale value. See what I'm doing? Oh yeah, that's right. When I said I was going to do a Borderlands LP...
Shit and meatballs, didn't think I'd ever see your dumb ass again. Did you really open the vault? Hey, that steel chick take her clothes off yet? Not, I'm gonna need details though. Hey, act all casual like when I say this. I'm a speaking code, so I hope you have the mental capacity to follow. Your lady friend told me to send you to Moxie's place when you stop by. Huh, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, you ain't getting nowhere without wheels, boy. And maybe girl. I've been cooking up something new, but I ain't finished the booster system yet. Need a bit of secret sauce if you're willing to lend a hand.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. I said I was going to do an LP of BLC. I neglected to mention that I might be doing a few missions in the DLCs of BLC. Or in keeping with the NATO phonetic nomenclature doll theme, Delta Lima Charlie of Bravo Lima Charlie.
Just can't carry enough bullets for your favorite gun? Sounds like you need a storage tank upgrade. Supply limited.
Do not take up arms to fight the oppressors. You must leave the fight to us when our schedule will permit your defense. If you are stabbed, control the bleeding as best you can. If you
Take
find
note of
yourself
that.
bitten, walk it off. We will protect you.
Mission Impossible. I might try to prove that wrong.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Not through force of arms, mind you, because that would be impossible.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. dancing. I'm dancing.
Too bad it has a Type 1 scope.
You found a corrosive weapon. Shots fired from these weapons have a chance of splattering acid on your target. The acid eats through armor and flesh in no time at all, and can spread to other nearby enemies.
Dissolves their armor and flesh in no time at all. He says that in such a perky way. Could you imagine Gordis saying that? Wait a tick. Nah. For a brief moment I thought it was parted the same way as the flag that I currently have. I don't use gamble sniper rifles. If it's called a gamble, I don't use it. A gamble sniper rifle always has an accuracy rating of 88. That's why it's called a gamble.
Alright, hey, what I'm gonna need is an X372 supercharger, but not the 373. There's recall on that thing on account of people burning live and shit. Also a big old tank of nitrous and one of them fancy exhaust booger things. I don't even know what it does, man.
By that, do you mean a muffler?
Oh, smoking Jesus titty cinnamon, that is a monster! That's gonna be sweet!
Video game logic. Can't just step over that, you have to jump over it. I'm going to be so economically viable when I'm done with this.
share,
You found a shock weapon. These can penetrate most shields and have a chance of stunning their target.
Good thing Pandora's gravity is lower than Earth's, otherwise you have to do some parkour there. Which, as you can imagine, would be exceedingly risky. Five figures, 57.2 thousand. And that's before selling these things. If you're leveled up enough, I mean, you would be at least on Playthru-2
I can't find you what you need.
ordinarily before coming here. This is a good place to shop.
The power of the gods in your hands. Remember me when you get some more creds to burn.
Regenerate ammo.
Pangolin rubberized.
Come ready.
It's the way rubberized grenades should work. Hey, what's that? Something I'm not going to mess with. That'll be for some other time.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah,
Pandora
that's probably
is
the thing
most
that
important planet
does
within
the
our
other
interglobal
thing.
dominion. We might not
shit.
spend much of our budget on
Give
you,
me a shout
but
if
at
I
least
can
you're
help you.
not on
You got what you need,
PTS.
now scram. Give me a shout if I can help you.
All right. Now. Deep breath.
I can always count you as a resourceful type. Bring them on back and we'll get you rolling.
This might skip me ahead 2 levels. Let's see.
Hey, one of them crimson bucket sluts did a number on my hand trying to get information on your secret lady friend. Now, I didn't tell him nothing, but I can't install anything right now. Give me a hand getting the stuff in.
Bucket sluts.
Getting even better at this.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Maybe later.
Oh, wait! Ain't she a monster? Just gotta hack the specs into the Digistruct module so my catch a ride can build these bad boys for you. Hit that switch over there.
He reminds me of this guy I used to work with.
Hey, your friend's hanging with Moxie to join the Fathoms. Grab one of those monsters we just finished and get your ass moving.
Another notch in my rifle.
Yep. Now I have actually skipped over, I mean all at once, just from doing one of those. I think I skipped from 5 to 7. If I remember. Oh, Now, you know what? I'm not supposed to have access to vehicles yet.
Give us your hungry, and we'll give them our leftovers. Give us your poor, and we'll give them a job that might pay. Give us your weary, and we'll make them sing us a song. We are Atlas.
Now, oh, let's see. Got another intro sequence to watch.
Our story began when the Hyperion Corporation decided they'd had enough of the treasure hunters. With the vault on lockdown, they had served their purpose, and now they were a drain on the economy. Why pay full price for weapons when you can take a 5-finger discount off the nearest corpse? Hyperion was looking to clear up the drain, but those guys were one tough hairball.
I thought you said the treasure hunters were the drain. Now they're the hairball?
Well, yes, you see, the treasure hunters were blocking the flow of, and the grimy buildup of money and...
This metaphor stinks.
Shut up! Point is, Hyperion had a plan. The treasure hunters could handle all manner of beastie, bandit, and battalion, but they weren't expecting the interplanetary ninja assassin Claptrap. This Claptrap was programmed to take our boys out indirectly, trapping, poisoning, spreading catty rumors around town. Nothing was off limits. He was smart, too smart. He looked around and didn't like what he saw. Claptraps being subjugated, humiliated, obliterated. What we call programming, he called slavery. So, he rallied his fellow Claptraps and turned them against their corporate masters. What started as a rebellion became a revolution. And take a wild guess who Hyperion called to clean up the mess.
Communism is the ultimate slavery. Actually, all collectivism is. Death to all forms of collectivism. Oh, 6 figures. How's that for economically viable?
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed. Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Screwball.
Greetings. I'm going to need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21. Oh, hey, hello! Welcome to my secret lab. Terror
1.2.
Pavilion. Yes, I like that one best.
Oh, what could that be a reference to?
Experimentation. Maybe dabbled a bit in college. Head down to the Hyperion dump to find parts for my totally legit, in no way morally reprehensible secret project here. There should be plenty of scrapped claptraps ripe for the picking. Sure are a lot more of the buggers puttering around. It'll be easier than stealing candy from a dead baby. Let's hope you're more useful than the last one I hired.
Hey. might hold on to that. I might have to go visit the Underdome and stash that for later. Which I was planning to do anyway. That's more like it. That's an SMG I can get some use out of. Too bad it has a Type 1 barrel. Need decent shields that I can afford, yes. Impulse buyer. No, I'm fairly calculating.
He's a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles.
Calculating, I should say. I don't need to lug that around with me. I like this kind of scope. No matter what kind of gun it is, I like the rectangular type of scope the best. I got that stuff, yes. Now, I'm prepared to take on Nine Toes. And pretty much all of Skag Gully. Which is another reason why I did this. That, and to make myself economically viable. But before I go back there, I need to visit...
Over here! I need your help with something.
The Underdome to stash that Atlas sniper rifle. By the way, she is totally an INTJ. I mean, a pop culture stereotype of an INTJ.
My first husband was a dirtbag and a cheat. My second husband was fun. I figured by then that I deserved a toy. All for myself, and that's what I got. Still wish I hadn't broken my toy. My third husband was good with numbers. And his hands. We're still friends. Kinda. We're civil. I'm looking for my fourth. You know, on the prowl. I don't know when I'll meet him or where I'll meet him. But he's out there. For now, I'll get my jollies off on bringing pain this way. Or maybe this way. And in the end, the crowd will love me for my brutality. I'll make them yearn for more and more of my pain. I'll be cruel and enjoy myself. When the thrill wears off, I'll leave and find a new toy. Until then, not too different than matrimony, come to think of it. Maybe the Colosseum is my fourth husband, in a way.
So that would make Morty her fifth.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered.
Type 2 barrel. It has the cicada killer material type and a blade. Oh, that's so tempting. This, I would buy this in a heartbeat if it didn't have a Type 1 barrel. If it had a Type 3 or barrel, Type 3 or better. Level 13 is when you start getting revolvers. I've never seen a level 10 Atlas revolver. If there is such a thing, then that's the earliest you can get a revolver. This would actually be a good purchase. Even though it has the Type 1 scope that I hate.
All the latest and greatest in high-powered weaponry and gear sold right here for your convenience.
Yeah, I'll take that. See, I'm skipping over the white upgrades, the white SDUs, and going right to the greens because I'm economically viable.
That's a grenade mod! Equip that, and you'll find that your protein grenades are suddenly more powerful, and are now equipped with special abilities. Always be on the lookout for new and different grenade mods to supercharge your arsenal.
You can bet I will. $12 slots to start out with. Not bad.
Jacob scans do one thing really well. Power. And honestly, what else do you need?
Now, I'll go to Jacob's Cove some other time. Right now, I'll go back to the arid Badlands, jaunt over to Skag Gully, waste 9 toes. You know, since 9 toes is an homage to the toe cutter from Mad Max, there ought to be an homage to Bubba Zanetti and Johnny the Boy.
If you find that your gun just doesn't hold enough bullets, then SS has the solution. More bullets.
Once again, a Jacob shotgun. Type 4 cylinder. But it has a Type 1 barrel. This would be perfect if it didn't have that Type 1 barrel. Well, except for the fire rate of 0.4. That's awful. But that's the typical Jacob's handicap.
I have better mods. I've got all kinds.
See what I mean by white label SDUs?
All weapons and gear.
I skipped over those and went right for the greens. Punchy. I punched them with my saber. You've probably noticed I have a thing for lunging toward my enemy aggressively and slicing their face off. Or bashing their head in if I'm playing as Brick.
Get your meds here. You can't ever be too rich, too good looking, or too well armed.
Oh, that's interesting. To find two level 7 pangolin shock rubberized, that's a blue label grenade bomb. So close to each other. Same make, same model, same elemental type, same level 7. This is why I don't commonly use elemental SMGs. They yield inconsistent performance. Inconsistent results. If I'm going to use an SMG, I'm going to go for balanced stats. My top choices are typically Torg or Dahl. Truxican wrestler.
Don't know who to trust? You can always trust the gun at your side.
I'll stick with what I've got, but those are good.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
That hurt.
You woke the wrong dog. Ah, yeah! Another slave.
Pinky.
Big, so angry, so dead.
Where's the other one? The Clipper. The Clipper is especially unique. It's the only weapon in the whole game with 2 accessories. An elemental Vladoff machine pistol with a blade.
Lady Luck, here we come.
Lady Luck was not especially kind that time.
That was the first step on your journey. You must listen. Who I am is not important. The first thing you must know, the vault is real. People will mislead you. They will try to use you, and you cannot be swayed in your purpose. The vault is here, and we will find it. This world is full of dangers. Steel yourself and go. I'll be watching.
Ha ha ha.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines in there scaring needles?
Steal yourself. What does she mean by that? I've never heard that expression. Steal Like torch steel? Or does she mean still yourself, as in calm yourself? I'll go turn this in and call it. I like Penguin and Ancient. A lot of the things I've thought about that could be added to future Borderlands games. Out of curiosity, I looked it up to see if anyone else had thought the same things, and a lot of people have. How about lever action rifles, shotguns, or carbines made by Jacobs? A carbine could use, I don't know, pistol or SMG ammo, but the gun would be lever action, just for the sheer coolness factor. And Pangolin and Ancient guns. Ancient guns would most likely heal you by stealing health from enemies. And Pangolin guns, some have suggested that they should do things like regenerate your shield when you reload or stuff like that, but I think since Pangolin makes rubberized grenades, how about have all their guns focus on the use of ricochet ammo? Whereas currently the way it is, that's a highly specialized and rare attribute. Borderlands 1 and 2 feature weapons that have ricochet projectiles.
Oh my god, someone help!
But with Pangolin guns, it would be a regular thing, a standard feature. It would be their gimmick.
Anything like that?
You're not a skag, are you? No? Well, up to you. I only shoot skag. Mostly, anyways.
Moving right along.
Well, I'll be damned. You killed Nine Toes. You should get me a drink to celebrate sometime. Might want to check out the bounty board and see if anyone else has a job for you.
Cog in the machine. And instead of my first grenade mod being that, it's that. Which does twice the damage and is elemental.
Well, that should cover it, kid.
Thanks to you, no more bandits.
You the one killing all the crap when people ask? The catch a ride near Firestone is more busted than my mama's girl parts. Real appreciate you taking a poke at that. The system, not my mom. Hot dog down the skag den, know what I'm saying?
Duh. Too bad this isn't a green label. Oh, you know what? Who cares if it's white? Apparently, it's well parted. Therefore, it outmodes the one I've got. So it gets bought. And all of these get sold, except for this.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered.
Let's see if we can come up with something that at least somewhat resembles an SNS color scheme. I don't think we can. We don't have any yellow, we don't have any orange. I don't have to base every character's color scheme on the same concept. Now let's go back to it. I use the Underdome lobby as my base of operations because of the bank.
Jacob's guys do one thing
Hey.
really well. Power. And honestly, what else do you need?
No need to upgrade the bank just yet, when I haven't even found enough weapons to be worth stashing. But that will change soon enough. And I'll call it right here for now. See you next mission.